I'm just an old simple country boy, and I've never been out of the United States, never even been close to being out of the United States. And I knew that if anybody needed help, it would be the Haitians. It's been overwhelming at times, but I'm glad to be here and glad to be helping.
The reason I wanted to come to Haiti was to help these people rebuild their country, to improve their linemen, to make a difference in somebody else's life.
I've teared up many times, just seeing the devastation of how they have to live. I want to help any kind of way I can. It's just the amazing strength that these people have to live like this and how they cope with it daily.
It just gives you a sick feeling inside how bad these people have been hurt. They're in such need. And it's a good feeling when you go out and you help somebody and they're very appreciative of what you're doing.
Since 5 years ago, we have lost a lot of guys who are working on the lines.
While we were working, we have noticed that we were not really properly fitted for the work. Like we have the Haitian workers working without safety shoes or even a hard hat, and sometimes even their gloves, they were not really in good condition. So we come to find out that we had to change our way of working so we can save lives.
Our efficiency in the States is something we're trying to bring to these people. Yesterday was probably the most compelling reason that I've seen so far. We had the guy here that lost both arms, and that was his second accident.
I was electrocuted 2 times because we didn't have the necessary tools or the proper training to work on the lines. Now, I can't work.
We learned about a lineman who had gotten in an accident, and that really reinforced the fact that we really had to instruct these guys and really understand that they understood how to use the grounds and how important it was to use them.
I think that Dieudonné is the perfect example of what can happen here and can happen again if nobody come here and explain to them what they have to do.
As we taught them, we were really surprised to see how willing they were to learn and how interested they were and the questions they asked, and some of them were even taking notes.
I've been assigned to train them to learn how to climb, and when we first talked with them, they've never had a set of hooks on in their life, and I have been just totally struck by how quickly they picked up on it, and it's incredible. These gentlemen have a drive to learn and better themselves.
What we've been going over the last few days of this week has been operating their digger truck, familiarization with the operations of it, basically going over teaching them how to dig holes with the equipment rather than dig the holes manually with a shovel, and maybe make their job a little easier and show them some of the ways that we do things back in the States. They're really excited, I think, about having this and how it's going to benefit them in doing their day-to-day job.
Yeah, they are doing a really good job. So I love to work with them, you know. Right now, those 2 people are my friends, you know. We are working together. It's a pleasure for me to work with them.
I think when we leave them, they're going to have some knowledge that are going to help them a lot. And it's just going to be an experience that I was glad I was involved in.
I know that after these 3 weeks, it's not a lot, but it will be better than what they had before, and I know that can save lives.
From my experience here, they're hungry to learn. And this type of training, so it's a kind of limited intervention, but an intervention to prop up people to be able to do this on their own. I think that's the model that's been successful. That's the model that I see NRECA following, and that's the model I think that's going to work.
Haiti has a long ways to go. Right now, they're less than 20% electrified, so there's a big need. Most of that is in the rural areas, so there's going to be a large investment need over the next 10-year range for both in generation, distribution, and just electrification in general. We hope that NRECA can be part of that in their future.
What's really rewarding is the 6 linemen that we have helped train. They'll pass on to 6 more linemen who will pass on to 6 more, and to know that if they stick with it, that I could have helped a whole culture change the way they work. To know that a little fella from Scottsville, Virginia did that is just awesome.